Hey everybody, welcome to the infinite regression. Oh my god, look at it. So infinite, so regressy. So good. But hey, we're not going to linger in here the whole time. We got video games to play. And what are we playing today? Oh, we're playing a little number called Grim Dawn. Yeah, sounds awesome, right? Anyway, it is. Grim Dawn is an action RPG, very hacky and slashy. Um, I can't get too far into this review without saying Diablo. Yes, Diablo. Because Diablo. So, yeah, very much so inspired by Diablo, which is, sometimes the greatest and sometimes the not as greatest action RPG franchise ever. The first two games, absolutely, very much. The third one, I haven't played it, but some people didn't like it as much for reasons. Anyway, but yeah, I'm old school Diablo fan, and I love action RPGs like this. And this is exactly right. So, you know for a fact, if you have watched me review things, that my favorite Diablo clone series of all time is the Torchlight series. Still have not played Torchlight 3. Don't hear great things. Anyway, but yeah, be that as it may, my absolute favorite is the Torchlight series. Why? Because of the customizability of the gameplay experience. Now, Grim Dawn has a lot of that kind of stuff going for it. When you are entering a game into an already crowded field of games that are already being heavily inspired by, I almost said ripping off, but like it's not ripping off. It's not. These games are their own thing. They have their own backstories. They have their own. Yes, and I get it. The whole red on this side for health, and in this case, green on this side for mana. Yeah, it's the whole thing. Whatever. Deal with it. It's fine. So, um, anyway, the fun thing about this is that I anticipated putting some solid time into this game before I gave it a review, because for RPGs you often have to do that. For this one, no need. I immediately understood it. I immediately was like, "Oh, I know what this is. I know what to do." And quite frankly, I should not have set the difficulty setting so low, because I was taking out fools right and left, and I should have had a harder time of it. So, I am definitely 100% putting this Mamma Jamma in the Play Next file, which the whole reason that I'm reviewing all of my Steam games is for me to figure out which ones should I be playing, which ones do I need to get rid of. And I'm telling you right now, this one is going in the Play Next file because it's beautifully done. Absolutely beautifully done. It has great setting. It has great visuals. It has great music. It has great soundscaping. The sound effects and whatnot. The cutscenes are beautifully animated. And everything about this game just reeks of quality. So how could you not? How could you not love it? I absolutely do. So I did a little digging. I looked at Crate Entertainment, who made this game. Came out in 2016. And I looked at it and I was like, okay, what else have they made? Well, they've got a new sort of city builder RTS kind of a thing coming out. Maybe it's already out. But that's it. Other than that, this game has been their baby for a while. And for a little indie developer to come out with something that is this quality is really awesome. I really, really like this, you know? And yes, of course, obviously, they stick with all the tropes of like, oh, here is your hot bar and everything, and here's how you do the things. And even when you're leveling up, it has the sort of Skyrim-esque constellation thing, which, like, yes, if you're going to rip someone off, rip off the very best. That's always been my way of approaching it. Like, if you're going to be taking ideas from people who have gone before you, only take the best ideas from the best people who have gone before you, because why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you? Anyway, so Grim Dawn, it is set in a dark sort of, I don't want to say medieval because that would be too late, honestly, because there are firearms in this game. So this is very much, actually, I'm reminded quite a bit of the Incredible Adventures of Van Helsing, which are very similar action RPG type games, except for Incredible Adventures of Van Helsing, you are fighting werewolves and vampires. In this one, you are fighting zombies. And yes, it is. They literally come out and say zombies, which, you know, isn't it always the hilarious thing when things about zombies are like, no, they're not zombies, they're walkers. They're lurkameroos, they're undeadicals and whatnot. And you're like, it's zombies. I know it's zombies. I know you think it's going to make it seem more real if the people in the thing don't say zombies. But by this point, everyone has a frame of reference for zombies. Let's just say zombies, okay? So yes, you are fighting zombies, and you will fight a lot of zombified things. There's these little cockroach type insects that come after you, and they all full of poison and whatnot. You got your regular zombies. You got your dead soldier zombies that are harder to kill. You got your fat dude zombies. You got your reanimator that you eventually fight, which he's a real pain in the neck because he keeps bringing the guys you just killed back to life. And it really does a good job of balancing the gameplay because you can hot swap your weapons, very similar to how you can do it in the Incredible Adventures of Van Helsing. You can switch between ranged, gun and, up close hack and slash melee style. And each has their benefits and each should be used at different times. But it's a really quick, seamless transition to move back and forth, and that is very much appreciated. So the things that it just does very, very well. Very smooth, very satisfying gameplay, because here's the thing about these. You're going to do a lot of pointing and clicking, and sometimes with these point and click action RPG Diablo style games, if it's not built well, what you're going to feel like is that you're just pointlessly clicking the mouse. But this one makes you feel like you're doing stuff, because there is strategy involved in how you approach different enemies. And, sometimes you're just going to go in full bore and you're like, I've got more health than it takes for these guys to take me down. And so I'm just going to stand here and just hack away. And other times you're like, oh, there's way too many of these fools. I'm going to have to back off. I'm going to have to pick my ranged weapon. I'm going to have to circle around and get some things done that way. It is definitely the sort of thing where you have to consider your approach. And that's what makes it fun. Is if you're always doing the same thing time after time after time, you're going to get tired of it. But man, I had so much fun playing this game. I collected way more footage than I need, about twice as much as I need. And there's just a lot going here. You get devotion and devotion points. You get to restore shrines when you go into the deep, dark places and kill off all the baddies. Then you get to restore these shrines, and they give you extra powers and whatnot and allow you to do better and worse things. The one thing that because I chose to start off as a soldier, um, the thing is, I didn't have very much in the way of magical type attacks unlocked when I was playing this. Because I told you that rather than, playing super deep into the game, I was like, oh, let's go. Let's capture footage right now because I am having so much fun and I totally get this. Yeah, later on, I was able to hotbar some things and to actually get some skills involved and whatnot, but there's still soldierly skills, so it's like an extra hard swipe of my melee weapon and whatnot, that kind of stuff. So yeah, I haven't gotten deep into the whole magic system, and that's because the character class that I chose, and I'm definitely going to play around with it. I'm going to see what else can be done because it looks like there's just so much that you can be doing with this. It's really awesome. And I love the story. Like, it starts out, you are one of the zombies. Like, you are someone who is basically brought back from the brink of death because they're trying to reanimate you and whatnot. The evil dead and whatnot are trying to make you one of their own, but they fail and you get rescued, and they're like, hey, we rescued you. You were basically dead. Now we're just going to chuck you into this pit of zombies, and if you survive, then you get to be one of us. And then you get to see if you're going to survive. There's a lot going on here. You will feel a bit Skyrimish at times, even though it's not the same kind of game, obviously. You will definitely feel those Diablo vibes very strong. You will see shades of Van Helsing as well, like I said. But all in all, what you're going to see is just a well-designed game that is beautiful, that's got a great environmental feel. You really, really enjoy walking through these places and taking on the enemies that come at you. And they can be pretty relentless. And they do not stop just because you're in your character bar trying to assign the new skill points that you got from leveling up and whatnot. So it's fun that way. I really like that. I really, really do. So I was a little concerned about whether or not I was going to enjoy this as much. But no, I really, really did. Anyway, currently the game is $24.99, $25 on Steam. It does go on sale, and I bought it on sale in the last Steam sale. Seems like it gets a pretty good discount. So if you like to wait for those sales like I do, then that might be a good thing. But if you look at this and you're like, no, that looks like $25 worth of fun, because it is. Like, it at that price point, I'm like, nope, that's exactly what it's worth. Like, that, exactly, 100%. I'm on board. Dig it. So, ladies and gentlemen, I just had a blast with this game. I did. I love hack and slash action, RPG, fantasy, all that sort of stuff. Love it. Zombies, love it. So yeah, I just really, really enjoyed this, and I'm going to play it more. I told you I'm putting it in my play next file. So all that remains, I just need to put a final score on this. Give me a second, and I will be right back with that. So, final score-wise, what am I doing for Grim Dawn is not going to surprise you at all. I'm going a full 8 out of 10. I should have gone an extra half, so it would be 8.5. Deckard's Cane. Stay a while and listen. Man, good times when Deckard Cain asks you to stay a while and listen. yeah, I love Diablo so much. So many happy memories playing that game. And yes, absolutely, Grim Dawn. Oh, you got cats fighting in the background. I don't know if you heard that. Anyway, sorted out that cat fight situation. Jeez. Anyway, so yeah, love this game, Grim Dawn. Going to play it more. Put it in the play next file. It is totally worth it. You could buy it full price. It is worth full price, but you can get it on sale. Hold up, just out of curiosity, I'm gonna look up what it was when I bought it. Hold up. Okay, just as I thought. I looked, and multiple times per year, this thing goes on sale for $4.99, $5, just a quarter, no, a fifth. I know math. A fifth of the asking price for the full price of the game. It is well worth it, people. At that price point, I would say it is a must buy, not just a should buy, but a hey, this game is really excellent and you're probably going to enjoy it sort of a deal at that point. Anyway, people, I had a whole lot of fun with this game, and I hope that maybe you might pick it up and have some fun with it too. Or not. Maybe you just watch videos. I watch videos. Hope you like the video. Anyway, that's it for this one. I will see you in the next one. Okay, bye.